Good afternoon. Today I will take a few minutes to talk about the periodic table as you see it on the screen. We talked about the group numbers. So if you have a periodic table, it would be handy to write down these numbers. And this way it will be easy to answer questions. So we looked at various things. First of all, we looked at the group A elements, which I wrote in numbers in red. So families, number 1, 2, then we skip the middle, the transitional metals, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these represent valence electrons, or if you like, the electrons on the last energy level in an atom. Okay. Another thing we looked at was the numbers on the side represent period numbers. So elements that are on period 1 only have one electron shell. For example, if I wanted to draw an element that is on the first level, first family, like hydrogen would have only one period, which is one electron shell, like that, and one valence electron. Let's look at lithium. Lithium is on the second level, so it would have 2 shells, and on the last shell it would have one as such. Let's go with an element on the right side. Let's say, for example, oxygen. Oxygen is on the second period, which means it has 2 shells. So oxygen has 2 shells. And on the last shell, it has 6 valence electrons. Okay? Now, in addition to that, we looked at the family names. So first 2 families, group number 1 and group number 2. And then we skipped all of those here and went straight to the last 2, 7 and 8, have specific names. We looked at briefly alkali metals are the ones that highly react to water. They go on fire. They are very soft and malleable. You can break them easily. And they, what else? They are metals, hence they conduct electricity really well. Alkali earth metals are very similar to alkali metals. The difference is they're not as vigorous as alkali metals. But they also conduct electricity. They also easily cut. Next, halogens comes from the word halite, which is to produce a salt. So all of these elements may produce a salt. They are also highly toxic. Look at fluorine and chlorine. These are used to help disinfect various substances. Like in a swimming pool, we use chlorine. In your toothpaste, you have fluorine. These help reduce bacteria. Also, it goes into making salts and acids as well. Okay? Last one, the noble gases. Noble gases will have all of the 8 electrons that maximum that it can have, and that's why they are so inert, they're so non-reactive, and basically you cannot make a molecule with inert gases, except maybe there's a few with difficulty will make molecules, but in general they do not. They're really low on reactivity. What else? So we did the activity, find the element on group 1, period 3. So I'll give you a minute, take a look at your periodic table, and find the element that is on group 1, period 3. Group 1, period 3 is sodium. Exactly, sodium. Find the element on group 7, period 2. Group 7, over here. Period 2, fluorine. Find the element on group 5, period 3. Group 5 is right here. Period 3, phosphorus, P. How many valence electrons does oxygen have? Remember, valence electrons are the group numbers. Oxygen is in group number 6, so it will have 6 valence electrons. By the way, oxygen, because it is in this family and not in the halogens, it doesn't have a specific name like halogen or noble gases. Oxygen will be in the oxygen family. Nitrogen will be in the nitrogen family. Carbon will be in the carbon family, and so on. Okay? So we go back to, so this valence electron 6, lithium. Let's look at lithium. Lithium is here. It has 1 valence electron. 1. Here. How many valence electrons does carbon have? Go back. Carbon has 4 valence electrons. That's it. The rest we will continue tomorrow. Have a nice afternoon.